you so high, and I know you like. So come on, push it on me if it feels alright. Wanna drop it low and bring me up. No, she doesn't mind. She doesn't mind. She doesn't mind. Girl, I got you so. Push it back on it, bring it back on it. Give me the thing, become a waffle lock on it. Wine it, wiggle it, set the track on it. 2 more shots, now we in a hot panic. 2 girl and I'm ready for jump on it. True to my word, I'm ready for thump on it. Ready for run on it, ready for dunk on it. Tag team in for your truck, we pump on it. Hands up high, we burning up the sky. We got the dance all crazy, got the club on fire. I like the way you dance, you got me in a chance.
All right, guys, welcome to game number 2 of this best of 3 series between Coyote from SCS, going to be playing here as the purple Zerg player on Neo Planet S. Guess that's a little bit of a rhyme there. And his opponent in the bottom left, representing Quanta Gaming, taking the 1-0 victory in the last game. 1 game away from advancing to the next round in this tournament. We have the Red Protoss. It is going to be Quantix Hwangsin. Definitely a favorite to win this tournament. All right, so let's talk a little bit about that last game. I want to mention a few things. So we had Coyote go for a very normal opening when you have a Protoss going for a Gateway Expand. Now he did scout it out. He did see that the Nexus was rather late. And generally in that position, you want to grab a gas, and you want to get speed, and then you want to take your third. That's exactly what he did. But the thing about the build that Hwangsin did is his timing was made to deny the third from going up, and was made to do some economic damage. If you're going to be going for Zealot pressure, which a lot of Zerg players expect, you want to defend it and then generally take the third behind it. But the thing that was beautiful about the build from Hwangsin is he took... he took a little bit of a risk. He went a lot of Zealots and then went straight DTs. So that's a lot of gas being invested into Dark Templars. He's not really going Robotics Facility. He's not going Colossus, which is generally what would be the safest or the most standard tech route on that map. But caught Coyote with his pants down. No spores, no lair for Overseers, no detection at all, and then did a lot of damage with the Dark Shrine. Of course, the DTs. Now, in that position, as a Protoss player, you know the damage that you've done gives you just a lot of options. Do you take a third behind it? Do you just go for a 2-base all in? Do you maybe just play extremely turtley, take a 4th carriers, blah blah blah? That's ridiculous. I don't think Protoss players, please don't do that. Don't like turtle up to like 40 minutes and then go like straight up air, although it's very good. But the damage that Hwangsin did, and the fact that Coyote was stuck on 2 bases, 2-base Zerg against a 2-base Protoss, I'm sorry, it's going to be very, very difficult for the Zerg player to kind of come back in the game. So this is going to be game 2, of course. Coyote, not out of this at all. He definitely has a few options that he can do in this game on this map. Neo Planet S, definitely one of the maps that favors Zerg a lot more compared to Protoss. Generally, you see a lot of 2-base play on this map from a lot of Protoss players. So Hwangsin doing a very similar opening, going for the Gateway Expand once again, grabbing the second gas this time. Not going to be on 1 gas compared to the last game. So he's not investing so much into minerals this game. He's wanting to get a lot of early gas off of 1 base and then possibly go for an expansion. Now Coyote has taken the natural base, going up to, I believe, 4 queens. Actually, units count now. Yeah, should have 2. Okay, 1 queen. So he's going to be up to 3 queens. 1 queen in the main, 1 queen in the natural, 3rd queen going to creep spread, and then probably just take this 3rd base eventually once he feels comfortable enough to do so. And he's grabbing gas as well, which is, again, kind of what you have to do against a Gateway Expansion build. There's a Warp Gate, soon to finish here from Hwangsin. Pylon coming up at the natural base. Overlord already is going to be there, so he's like, there's no natural yet, Hwangsin. Are you 4-gating me, or are you taking a natural base? And Hwangsin, in fact, going up to 300 minerals, should plant down that Nexus rather soon. And it's just going to be a very standard follow-up here with the Gateway Expand. Actually, a little bit of pressure here being done by Hwangsin. making his way towards the natural with a Zealot and 2 Stalkers. Lings are going to be there to help out with Coyote. These Queens are going to reinforce, trying to focus down the Mothership core, which would be the best option. There we go. Coyote is going to do that. But that's quite a good amount of units here from Hwangsin. Not a lot, but with this early pressure, this is just, you want to force out units from the Zerg player. And that's the goal. You're not forcing him to make drones behind it and take a huge economic advantage. Hwangsin doing a really good job, even trying to do a little bit of multitasking here, trying to send the Mothership into the main base. Coyote almost picking off the Mothership core. But it's quite a good amount of damage being done here by Hwangsin. 26 probes, though, to 33 drones. Metabolic boost soon to finish here for our Zerg player. And he's getting pneumatized carapace. That's quite cool. I like this a lot, actually, from the Zerg player. Now, this upgrade, guys, it's basically just Overlord speed. And this is generally upgraded at the early stages here just to deny these bases. He can send it here, poop out some creep. What would be the 3rd or the 4th Hwangsin, he can always send it here and then poop out some more creep. And then he'll be comfortable and he'll be like, all right, you're going for a 2-base all-in. You are not taking a 3rd base. So nice little, I guess, change up here from the last game. And it really kind of depends on the map. And I think Coyote has quite a good amount of experience playing against a Protoss on Neoplanet. So there's a 3rd base coming up from Coyote. Tech choice here from Hwangsin. Ooh. Oh my god. All right, this is actually very interesting from Hwangsin. Double Stargate off of 2-base. And when you're going for double Stargate, number one, you're either going for a 2-base all-in or you're going for a mass turtle game with a bunch of air toss. And these are definitely going to be it's going to be one of 2 options here from Hwangsin. And does it get scouted? I want to look at the vision of Coyote. Oh my god, that was so close. He has no idea what tech Hwangsin's going for. But I guess upon some scouting information, he's just going to go straight into this Hydralisk Den. Getting the Evolution Chamber. 3rd base should finish here rather soon. And he's making some spores for defenses in his mineral line. So he should have a little bit of an idea that there's Phoenix. Okay, now he knows. He sees it with the scouting Zergling. He knows there's going to be Phoenixes on the map. And he has the adequate defenses to go ahead and deal with it. How many queens does he have? He has 3 queens and like 2, 3 spores. Alright, so Hwangsin trying to poke in here. Now the thing with this Phoenix play is you want to do some damage. You want to pick off queens, you want to pick off overlords, and you want to pick off drones, or else it's basically not really useful. Because you can just get counterattacked with Roach Hydra and straight up die. So the goal with these Phoenixes is Hwangsin wants to keep his opponent on his side of the map while he's buying himself enough time to go into Colossus or to go into, whatever tech it decides to be. But the Hydras are going to pop out here for Coyote. Units count right now, we are seeing 9 Hydralisks out for our Zerg player. Bit of a window of an opportunity to go for a Roach Hydra push or just a Hydralisk Zergling push right before Colossi come out. But it's going to be very, very difficult because it's a pretty quick robotics facility as a transition here from Hwangsin. Ooh, Hwangsin, a little bit of miscontrol. Going to lose 2 Phoenix. Not the best micro there from Hwangsin. Had 5 Phoenix. Now he's down to 3. A little bit unfortunate here for the Korean Protoss. But Coyote finds himself with a supply advantage. Getting quicker upgrades compared to Hwangsin. His 3rd base is still up. And he has a drone advantage. 60 drones to 48 probes. And this is actually a pretty decent position for Coyote. These Phoenix didn't really do the job that they needed. And in this position, Coyote can go into maybe Quick Hive, go into Vipers. Maybe he can just go for a Corruptor timing and really try to minimize and limit the air play or the Colossus play from Hwangsin. But, slowly but surely the time is ticking. But he is sending some Hydras across the map here. And Hwangsin actually getting the robotics bay behind it. Double Void Ray production. So this is like the death army from Protoss. Colossus, Void Rays. It's just so hard for Zerg players to deal with. How many Corruptors do you make? Usually you don't want to make Corruptors. Usually in this position you want to rush straight up to Hive and get Vipers for the abductability and get some Hydralisks as well. And maybe even Infestors. But Coyote's now scouting around here with the Zerglings to try to spot some Pylons. Coyote is going to start to make some Hydras. 126 supply to 101. We're also seeing some Zerglings as well being produced here for our Zerg player. Force field here from Hwangsin, really good. Of course, that's not a lot of units, but with these good force fields, he should be able to clean up the Hydras. So nice defense here by Hwangsin, but slowly but surely, these Void Rays are going to start to get extremely dangerous, and the Colossi count is going to make it even harder. Some Zealot Warp in here being done at the third base. No spines or units to deal with this. Workers coiled so far here for Hwangsin is going to be about 6 workers, so pretty good aggression here being done by Hwangsin. I think there were even some Zealots at the natural. Didn't really do too much though. Alright, so creep spread for our Zerg is pretty impressive at this point in the game. But man, I'm worried for Coyote. And the reason why I'm worried is he's not transitioning from here. He's been on layer tech. He has his economy's alright. But by the looks of his choices here, he really wants to just finish this game as quickly as possible. He does not want to take it towards the macro game with an air toss play. And I don't blame him. He's making nothing but Hydralisks and Zerglings. +1 attack has finished for Coyote. +1 attack for Hwangsin is finished as well. But this is just, he needs to hit the timing. And if he's going to do anything, he has to go now. This is a big army, but with this many Hydralisks, he should be able to do some damage. Hold that thought. We're seeing a little bit of a warp in here being done at the main base. That's going to get cleaned up by Coyote. And here comes the attack. Force fields are up for Hwangsin. These Hydralisks really getting in front of the face of these Void Rays. Going to start to focus down these very gas-intensive units, but Hwangsin is going to clean it up, and he has a decisive advantage in this game now. And this can possibly give him a timing to just go for a counterattack. Void Rays, Colossus, and this many gateway units, this may not look like an intimidating army, but in fact, 2 Void Rays and 1 Colossus can be very hard for Coyote to deal with. Supply count getting very close, 123 to 138. Hwangsin has to engage. Zerg player is on creep. It's going to help a little bit, but Coyote making Zerglings, that's not going to help. It's like, Hydralisks are probably going to be the only thing you can really make to deal with this. Zerglings are absolutely going to do nothing against Void Rays and Colossi. But here we go. I think Hwangsin is so close to taking a 2-way win here in the Great Northern 1 vs 1 StarCraft 2 tournament. Stark to make his way on creep. Gonna need to get some more good force fields. Colossi right in front of the face of the Hydralisks. Coyote trying to run into focus on the Hydralisks. Oh my god. Absolute murder by Hwangsin. Huge overextension here by Coyote, trying to run it in straight up to focus on the Colossi. And I think this is going to be game. Hwangsin cleaning up everything here. No tech follow-up here for Coyote as we see a 92 supply drop. GG, good luck in the tournament.